Welcome to Prague in Czechia for the EuroLeague Women Game Day 11 matchup between Praha and Avenida. A win tonight will secure our host Praha a spot in the playoffs, whilst our visitors Avenida, well, they are still fighting very hard indeed to stay in contention. They currently sit 6th in Group B with a 5-win, 5-loss record. Once again, Prague is set to host a big game of women's European basketball. Two of the household names going toe-to-toe here this evening. We are under 10 minutes away from tip-off on the floor that saw Fenerbahce pick up their first ever EuroLeague women's crown back in April last year. Here's the schedule for today. Polkovica taking on Čukarova at the same time as the game here. Lond against Győr 30 minutes later, and in 90 minutes time, Virtus Bologna will close out the game day against Villeneuve d'Ascq. Two other games going on as we speak, both of them in Group A. Valencia up by 21 at the half away to Sepsi, whilst DVTK trail by 4 on the road to Lublin. DVTK win that one, they guarantee progression to the playoffs and also end Lublin's hopes. For Sepsi, they're down by 21 to Valencia. If they lose that game, that is the end of their chances to make it to the postseason. Here's Group B though. The top 4 teams lock in a spot in the quarter-finals. At the moment it's Praha, Čukarova, Villeneuve d'Ascq and Polkovica. But look how close this is. Avenida, Virtus Bologna, both hovering just outside of the playoff berths. Lens with an outside chance, and Győr, unfortunately, one of the teams that already are unable to make it through to the postseason here this season. Eyes, as soon as the draws are made and the groups are decided at the beginning of the year, start looking forward, as we now have Avenida being introduced here in the arena. And they've continued to make changes to their playing personnel as they try and chase European glory. Today we see potentially the debut of new arrival Erica Carter, and American guard has made the move to Salamanca last week. And alongside that, we might also see the first EuroLeague women's game in the blue of Avenida for Bernadette Hattar. There she is in the 44. And could those two signings be enough to push them through into the playoffs? We will see, but clearly Coach Vázquez is keen to keep those European hopes alive. As for Praha, well, they made some big and somewhat risky moves in the summer. A lot of roster changes for them across the summer, but however, they look like they've paid off, as they've only lost one game all season, and that was way back in game day against Polkovica. And as such, they are rightfully firmly placed slap bang in the middle of the conversation about which teams are most likely to lift the trophy in April. At the moment, you would say it's between Fenerbahce and Praha. They're the front runners, but plenty of teams hovering and making moves to fight their way into the playoff finals.
Turkey and the commissioner of the game, Svetlana Simeon, Romania.
Both teams now will come into their huddles, and the coaches head to the half as Coach Vázquez shakes hands with Coach Hakova. Our referees for this evening, Silvia Marziali, Amel Dalla and Sinem Tetik from Italy, France and Turkey respectively. They look locked in, ready to go. The players certainly are. And we are now just over 5 minutes away from our opening tip here in Czechia. It's not Coach Vázquez, just the wrong graphic there. I'm sure we'll find him somewhere. Both teams go into the last preparations. That is Coach Hakova, an absolute legend of the game, and to be fair, you would have to put a lot of what they've done here this season down to her. They have the 3rd best defense, the 2nd best offense in the entire competition this year. team really has come together, put in some big performances across the season. I would say they've definitely benefited from having a deeper roster than maybe recent seasons. So any slight injuries haven't really derailed them as they may have done in previous years. As for Avenida, well, it's been a difficult season, struggled offensively, really have relied on some lockdown defense to secure the Salamanca team their wins. However, what impact will these new additions have in the business end of the regular season? We are yet to see. There's Bernadette Hattar at the free throw line, just stepping into the jumper. She certainly is a big signing for the Spanish team, not just literally, but also it will boost some confidence as well. Marika Carter is suited up as well, wearing the number 11 jersey for Avenida. Wait to see who the starting fives are for both teams. As I say though, unbelievable for Praha this season. Into the game on an 8-game winning streak. Avenida, on the other hand, lost their last 2 games against Virtus Bologna by 4 and by 14 to Valencia. Haven't won a game since the 6th of December against Chukarova on their home floor. Both teams in their final huddles now before they head back to the benches for final coaches' instructions. And this is a reverse of the game back on game day 4 in Salamanca. A real defensive battle, that one. Praha coming away with a 64-53 win on the road. Expectations are that it will be a defensive game tonight. Maybe a little bit more high scoring than that one though. And Praha certainly enter the game as favourites. But the changing playing personnel for Avenida will have an impact. You would say that Avenida are probably had more of an increase towards their potential since they met on game day 4 than maybe Praha have. So maybe this could be one that goes against the league table, one that goes against the form book. Could Avenida sneak out of Prague with the upset win here this evening? Both coaches having their final words in the huddle, and while they do, just a reminder, if you want to stay on top of everything that is EuroLeague Women's, your best option, well, it is to download the official EuroLeague Women app, available pretty much on every phone you can imagine. Just head across to wherever you get your apps from and download it completely free, bring you everything you need, highlights, interviews, features, and the real-time game stats as we go along. Starting 5 for Praha is Mabega Oblak, Conde, Rachkova, and Ayayi. It's a strong 5, a good mixture of experience and youth as well. Rachkova just 24. Mabega having a hell of a season at 24 as well. And then the experience of the likes of Ayayi and Taya Oblak certainly play its part here today. Vasquez making use of every possible moment as the Praha mascot enjoys themselves. 5 to the floor for Avenida, Kone, Chaka, Villaro, Deliar, and King. Two debutants will start on the bench, Carter and Hattar. Important in particular for Avenida to get this one off to a good start. They don't want to be under pressure too early here on the road. And we're underway here in Prague. Game day 11 of the EuroLeague Women regular season Group B action as our table-topping Praha take on 6th placed Avenida. Pretty much every game is a big game now. Avenida setting out in a horns offense to get things underway. Chaka looks for the pass, goes inside to Kone. Chaka back with the ball, shot clock to 3. Chaka hits a big 3 from the wing. That's a smooth stroke from the Turkish international. First 3-pointer of the season, unbelievably, for Olcay Chaka. Chaka again drives inside, will come back out though, feeds Kone, puts it up from the free throw line, that one's flat, and McBeggar will grab the rebound. Conde now, going up against her international teammate Valaro, into McBeggar. Oh, lovely handoff, beautiful 1-2 punch there from Praha. And that is what the consistency of roster has given Praha this season. They are fully gelled. They are a machine on the floor. Jumper goes up, no good. Deliar comes up a little short with that attempt. Batted away. It will remain Praha ball. Relatively sprightly start from both teams. Not a huge amount of on-ball pressure right now. Expect Praha to increase that. They do average over 8 steals a game. Vrachkova rattles home a 3 ball. Gives Praha an early 4-point lead. Our first field goal of the game. Oh, Chaka has it stolen away. Off her foot, and it will be a turnover. Black now against Chaka. Two of the more experienced players on the floor. Been there, done that. Both made it to the Final Fours last season. Black with Praha, Chaka with Fenerbahce. Little mid-range corner jumper, no good for Black. Hill with the rebound. He's really been asked to step up this season and play a bigger role than maybe many expected. A little drop step from Kone, no good. Oh, lovely transition. Vrachkova, easy score. And that was just fluid movement down the floor by the home team. Their lead is at 6. Skip pass to Chaka. Time for the 3. Back-to-back 3s for Chaka. She has scored all 6 points for Avenida here. Oh, Vrachkova getting it done. My goodness me. 24-year-old already up to 7 points personal now. Chaka feeds Konal. That's a beautiful drive to the basket, but even better is the defense from McBeggar. Stolen back though, Chaka with possession for Avenida. Valaro back out to Kone. She'll put the 3 ball up. It's short, chases her own rebound, but it doesn't fall kindly. McBeggar coast to coast, and the score. And Praha already slipping this one into cruise control. They lead by 7. Coach Vasquez has to call a timeout. Needs to stop the free-flowing transition offense of Praha. Be interesting to see how he approaches that. Now will Avenida change out of that timeout? Only 4 minutes gone in the game and they trail by 7 points already. And most scary for Avenida is the fact that Praha haven't really struggled to get to their 13 points in 4 minutes. Hill. Now Hattar into the game for the first time, as is Carter, as Kone and Valaro head to the bench. Delia comes up short, Hattar in for the battle. Hill, long rebound, goes to the left hand. Good defense by Ayayi. Avenida will hold on to possession though. Certainly with Hattar on the floor, you expect Avenida's style and focus and play to change. Ratchkova inbounds to Ayayi. Turnover by Hill. Real cool, calm vibe radiating off Praha right now. Oh, Black loses the handle, manages to hold on to it. Lovely backdoor cut by Conde. That's a great find. And another two for Praha. Just looks so self-assured. Team from Czechia, and another turnover. This time, Delia just with a little heavy-handed on the pass. Into the game comes Rodriguez. 9-point lead for Praha. Exactly what Coach Hakova will have wanted. Offensive foul is called, a legal screen on McBegor. Meze Hoff has come into the game for Praha as Ayayi goes to the bench. Hattar now. Hands it off to Chaka. Hill set to another screen. It's thrown out of bounds, and that is another turnover for Avenida. This is tough for Coach Vazquez to deal with. That's turnover number 5 already. On track for a 40 turnover game near enough, and pretty sure you can't win any games if you do that. They only actually average just over 12 turnovers a game, so it's not usual for Avenida to make these mistakes, but then again, they are playing a tough defensive team in the form of Praha. Lovely pass inside, Hoff and one. Praha's offense right now is a thing of beauty, patience, composure, and trust. The team work together to get their buckets. Not sure Avenida have a solution. Hoff heads to the free throw line, 78% this season. Gets the bonus to drop, and a game-high 12-point lead now for Praha. Rodriguez skips it through, Chaka for 3. Not this time, and maybe the well is dry for Olcay Chaka. Black kicks it out to McBegor. She'll drive baseline, help defense is too slow, and it's an easy score off the glass for the Australian. Foul's going to be called on Hoff as she tries to react early to the threat that Hattar poses. Carter now on ball for the first time. An elbow jumper, and that is why Erica Carter has been brought into this, her first game in EuroLeague Women this season. Drive to the basket, O'Black bats it away by Hattar. That's the rim protection she brings to this Spanish team. Foul called though. Black goes to the line for shots. 75% free throw shooter. Season high 10 against Lond a few weeks ago. Both free throws are good. Black's first points of the game. She heads to the bench. Is replaced by Villalova, as Coach Hakova has had a near perfect first 7 minutes to this game. Her team have absolutely executed beautifully on both ends. Shot up from Carter, rims out. Conde with the easiest of rebounds. No one challenging for the offensive board. Skip pass almost goes out of bounds. Instead, it falls into the hands of Andalova. Hill off the glass, the layup no good. Hattar with the rebound, recycles it back to Rodriguez. Horns offense at the top. Rodriguez kicks it out. Hill has to recycle it to Villaro. She nails the three, and at the moment, Avenida's game is completely hanging on that three ball. 3 threes here in the first quarter, 2 from Chaka, 1 from Villaro, and the elbow jumper from Carter. That's the 11 points for Avenida here in the first 8 minutes. Conde skips it to Villalova. Tough elbow jumper, she was fading laterally. Big rebound by Andalova. Jumpers up by Hoff, that's no good, and Villalova can't keep it in bounds, so Avenida will take possession. Horvat comes into the game for the first time. Horvat taking part in her second EuroLeague Women's game of the season. Just 2 points in that first game, as well as 2 rebounds. Rodriguez will draw the foul from Conde. Conde heads to the bench. Double change for Coach Hakova. And Varachkova comes back in for Conde. Also back into the game after a short break is O'Black. Villalova heads to the bench. Carter now, pick and roll with Hattar, the debutante duo working together, but not successfully this time. O'Black with a poor pass, and clearly Praha know that transition is going to be important for them. Maybe too much pace behind that previous possession from O'Black. Deflection into the hands of Carter, 3-on-2 break. Carter will go straight down Main Street. Eventually back to Villaro, it's another poor pass, easily read by Hoff. Side to McBegor, not this time. Good help side rotation from Villaro. Ayayi there waiting to come in. 3 ball by Carter is short. Rebound falls eventually to Varachkova. 11-point lead for Praha. 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Certainly the home team's quarter for sure. Oh, lovely pass, a little bit too hot to handle for Ameze Hoff. Another turnover. I feel that Avenida have picked up the pace in the last 3 or 4 minutes defensively. Half-court heave from Carter, no good. And a first quarter from the textbook from the home team. Coach Hakova, absolutely a perfect game plan. Plenty of
dnešní zápas není jediným programu EuroLeague tedy pro 10. ledna ve skupině A. Hraje polský Lublin s maďarským Vyškolcem 44-31 a navzdory tomuto nízkému skóre se hraje už čtvrtá čtvrtina. Taktéž ve skupině A Sepsi prohrává s Valencií 39-59.
End of the first quarter here in Prague, and it is Praha 22, Avenida 11, the home team, comfortably blasting their way through the first 10 minutes of this one. Second quarter action underway, 11-point lead for the team on their home floor. Oblak, Varachkova, Ayayi, McBeggar and Hoff to start the second quarter for Praha. Kone, Carter, Horvat, Rodriguez and Valaro, the 5 on the floor for Avenida. Straight away, they extend their lead with that Hoff hook shot. Valaro catch and shoot from the top, and Avenida are absolutely just about staying in this game, and it's all from the 3-ball. They are the 4th best 3-point shooting team in the competition, so it's no real surprise that they've gone to the perimeter for their offense. Long rebound falls to Taya Oblak. Oblak for 3, and poor defense gives her the space. You cannot afford to give a player the quality of Oblak, shooting 36% from outside this season. The Slovenian captain getting it done. Valaro to Carter. Kone with the screen. Valaro, long 3, ball is good. Back-to-back 3s for Valaro. Thrown away off the foot of Ameze Hoff. McBeggar heads to the bench, Conde back in for Praha. Valaro will also take a seat for Avenida as Chaka comes back in. Interesting change that for me from Vasquez. Valaro hitting back-to-back 3s here in the quarter in the first 90 seconds, and then he sits her. Not sure that's the smartest of moves right now. Momentum on the offensive end is key for the Spanish team. Kone to Rodriguez. Uses Uses the screen twice. Has to kick it out to Chaka. Chaka, little sidestep, his block no good. Read by Conde, and she'll spark the transition. Oh, coast to coast off the glass for two. Maria Conde. Great O, great D leads to amazing O. Gotta love what Maria Conde brings to any team she plays for. 6 points now, 3 from 3 from the field for her. Chaka feeds Kone. Has to come back to Rodriguez. Doesn't get it away in time. Praha's defense have gone back up the gears again at the start of this quarter. Actually struggling without the presence of Silvia Dominguez, their veteran leader. Black now feeds Conde in the low post. Looking to back Carter down. Double team comes across to help. Oh, Black for another three. Off right this time, though. Conde has it stripped away. Good hands by Chantel Horvat. But once again, it's poor play from the Spanish team, and they just throw it away. Turnover number 9 for Avenida. Double change as Hill comes into the game, as does Delia. Rodriguez and Horvat head to the bench. 12-point lead for Praha. Black to Hoff and gets it quickly back. Rachkova for three. That's short, high rebound. That will remain Praha possession.
Střídání domácímu celku odchází se 14. Omeseho. Návrací se s číslem 13 Elsie McGregor.
Marta stays in front of Rachkova, fights away over the screen this time. Into McGregor against Kone. That's an interesting battle. Kone stepping forward, didn't need to, just needed to extend those arms, use the wingspan. Instead, she fouls McGregor, and McGregor will go to the line for 2 shots. 71% free throw shooter, Ezzy McGregor. Flat with the first. Lucky to get that one to creep over the front of the iron. Out to a 14-point lead now, Praha. Certainly looking comfortable, but maybe not completely utilising their dominance to its fullest here. Conde looking for another steal. Chaka back out to Hill. Nice little shot fake, drive to the basket, off the glass. Laura Hill. That's a smart move. Draws the contact, earns the trip to the free throw line. Coach Hakova not happy. Hill at the line. Now the Hill averaging over 8 points and 5 rebounds a game this season. He's played in every single game in the EuroLeague Women for Avenida. As have many of the Salamanca team's roster. Black goes coast to coast against Chaka and gets the roll. And he's a more aggressive looking Teo Black than maybe we've seen in some games over the last couple of seasons. Want to take the game on a little bit more rather than facilitating. Hill, oh, lovely turnaround. The finishes in there with the left hand though. That will be both Ayayi and O'Black falling out of bounds with the ball together. Catch and shoot on the wing, no good for Delia. Conde To the corner, Varachkova for three. That's short. Long rebound, falls kindly to Avenida. Oh, good hustle by Varachkova. Sneaks up on the weak side and bats it away. O'Black hands it off to McBegor. The door's closed though by Hattar. Three ball, nails the three from the top and gives Praha a game-high 16-point lead with under 5 to play in the second quarter. Foul's going to be called on Ayayi, getting in a little bit of a wrestling match with Khil in the low post. Villalova comes in, Varachkova heads to the bench. Foul's going to be called on Villalova as she just tries to hold on to Rodriguez as she goes over the top of that hit screen. But Vasquez not happy. Official having a conversation with him. And that's a warning, I think, to the Avenida bench about making comments and chipping in. Keel now. Looking for options, nothing there at the moment, just a crowded paint. Long two from Laura Hill. And Conde picks up another rebound, her fourth rebound of the game already. Ayayi goes hard to the glass. Earns her trip to the free throw line. You really do feel the flow of the game is completely controlled at the moment by the home team, and Coach Vasquez has called a timeout. His team trail by 16. We have a little over 4 minutes left in this first half, and it's for the Spanish team, for Coach Vasquez, to make the change with this timeout. Rattles home the first of her two. A very good free throw shooter. Well, yeah. Ayayi. It's the second. Praha really have looked unbelievable in the first 16 minutes of this game. Almost faultless in their play at times. Rodriguez now to Valaro. Hill at the free throw line, it's flat and heavy. Rebound for Praha. Foul's going to be called as Valaro tries to fight her way over the screen. Varachkova back into the game as Conde heads to the bench. Black really pulling all the strings for Praha in this game. The veteran controlling the way the game's being played, and absolutely wonderful performance from the point guard for her. Hattar, little turnaround on the post. No good, maybe snatched at it a little. Wheel over now, asking for the screen. But they're looking to find a Aye in the low post. Catch and shoot on the wing. That one's no good. 3 minutes left in this first half. Avenida will just about hold on to possession. Hoff to come into the game. Black to come to the bench. Much bigger five on the floor for Praha now. Ayayi, Hoff, McBeggar and Varachkova. Really Villalova, the only true guard on the floor. Jumper is good. Rodriguez with her first bucket of the game. 32-year-old's averaging just about 7 points, 2 rebounds a game, nearly 2 assists as well. Villalova now, skip pass to Ayayi, corner pocket, 3 is good. Valerian Ayayi continues to put on the pressure to Avenida here. Oh, lovely slice through the paint from Delier. Hoff now tries to find the backdoor cut by McBeggar. The pass was good, but the triple team just collapsed on the Australian. Hill. Valaro for 3. Not this time. Back of the iron and away. Varachkova puts the Jets on. Has to slow it down. Goes for the behind the back pass to McBeggar. Oh, it's showtime here in Praha. Love the audacity of Varachkova with that play. Foul to be called on McBeggar though, just reaching in over the back of Laura Hill. Hattar goes to the bench. Kone comes back in for Avenida. Praha will make the change as well as Conde comes in for Ayayi. Rodriguez at the top, looking for options, but the defense is too tough. Hill forcing matters, draws the foul, I think, on McBeggar. Hill has done this a lot this season. When the offense hasn't rolled for Avenida, when often it hasn't, they are the 12th most effective offense out of 16 in EuroLeague Women's this season, averaging less than 68 points a game. When it has stalled, some of the more experienced players like Laura Hill have taken it on their shoulders, have tried to be more aggressive, more direct with their play offensively. Both free throws are good. Brings Praha's lead down to 17. 1 minute 22 left in this first half. It's been a blistering first half of basketball here in Czechia. Villalova. Varachkova coming off the screen and rolling. Good read by Hill. She leads the break. Out to Rodriguez. Little Euro step. Great defense by Varachkova. Read that one in her sleep, but hands it back. Hill, no good. Foul's going to be called. Varachkova called for the foul. Kone will go to the line for 2 free throws. 21-year-old has had a hell of a season so far, averaging 14 points, almost 8 rebounds a game across the 10 games that she's played. First from the line is good. Unbelievably, her first points of the game today, and you do wonder if that's part of the problem. They haven't been able to get some of their higher scoring players off the mark. Kone is their leading scorer this season by quite a long way in EuroLeague Women's, so for her to have 0 points to her name with 19 minutes gone, it's going to be tough for them to win those games. Conde now comes back to Villalova. Foul's going to be called on Rodriguez. She just gets a little bit too up close and personal with a Yayi.
Čtvrtý chybový faul Perfumerias Avenida v této části hry.
Yayi open for three again, not this time though. Rodriguez with the rebound. Final 30 seconds. About a 10-second differential between the shot clock and the first half clock. Someone's going to be spilled out of bounds, and very symptomatic of this first quarter for Avenida. They've now got their 11th turnover of the first quarter, and so difficult to win games at this level when you're turning the ball over that much. Long three ball, what a way to close out the first half. Taya O'Black has been phenomenal from the opening tip to the halftime buzzer. A real leader on the floor. Ends the half with a big three, takes her tally up to 10, but more importantly for Praha, their lead extends up to 18 points now with just 20 minutes left on the game clock. What a first half from Praha. Absolutely phenomenal from them. I think the officials, yeah, they're happy that the three was a three, and we'll head into the halftime locker room on the back of that. Halftime score here in Prague is Praha 46, Avenida 28. Second half action just around the corner.
ZVVZ USK Praha pro třetí čtvrtinu, 3 Oblak, 10 Konde, 11 Ariají, 13 McBegor a 8 Veronika Voráčková.
Welcome back to Prague here. Game day 11, we're halfway through the huge game between Praha and Avenida. Second half underway, and straight away an easy 2 points for Delia. Brings it down to a 16-point lead for Praha. First half all the way of the home team as Avenida start the second half in a 2-3 zone. Kicked out, Ayayi for 3. That short, long rebound falls to Villaro. Good first couple of possessions for the Spanish team here. Hill now, looking at bully away to the basket, comes short with the left hand. Hattar there to scoop it up, but the putback's no good. High pace start here to this second half. Inside. To Ayayi, foul called. Ayayi will go to the line for 2 shots. Update from other games going on around Europe this evening. 2 games finished during the halftime of our game here. Valencia picking up a 10-point win on the road to Sepsi, whilst a shot loss for DVTK on the road against Lublin. Lublin already can't make it through to the playoffs, but they pick up a huge 56-37 win over DVTK. Remember, DVTK would have secured a playoff spot with a win there. They will have to wait at least another week. Both free throws are good for Ayayi. Baseline drive, Delia, Villaro, corner 3, really deep in the corner. Villaro gets it to go. 12 points now for Villaro. One of those players that absolutely puts it all on the floor every time. Puts the jersey on. Ayayi now in the high post, down into the low to McBegor, and that's smart play by Praha. Finish not quite there from the Australian though. Chaka wrestling with Hattar. That's a poor pass by Hill. Telegraph that one. Foul's going to be called on Villaro. Coach Hakova not happy. Hollering at her team on the floor. Black goes behind the back. Throws it away though, Chaka. To Hattar. Screens away, elbow jumper, Villaro really coming in, putting the points on the board for Avenida here in this second half. Up to 14 points now, 5 from 7 from the field. Andrea Villaro. Rachkova facing the 2-3 zone. Ayayi drives in, hands it off to McBegor. Gets the offensive rebound. Will go again. Doesn't get it a second time though. Avenida looking to the zone to shake things up, and it certainly has so far. Hattar needs to be careful, spending a long time in the paint. Chaka, Hattar rebound, kicks it out. Skip past Villaro, 3-ball corner, surely not. No, not this time. Kale with the rebound. Foul's going to be called. Delear with a real circus shot. That was tough. Low percentage opportunity there. Not what Avenida will have wanted from the timeout. Black now to Conde. Avenida back into a match-up defense. Rachkova now. Skip pass. Strong drive to the basket. Oh, batted away. Big play by Hattar. Goes to check on the cameraman, who I think was the unlucky recipient of the block. Bernadette Hattar batted that away with some authority. Cameraman okay, so we're back in the game. Conde fade away jumper on the 1 foot, no good. Rebound by Hill, her third board of the game. Chaka to Hill. Chaka long two, looks too heavy, won't get the roll. Conde with the rebound. Puts the Jets on, gets up the floor, coast to coast, will draw the foul on Hattar. They slides into the ad boards. Hattar checks she's okay. Carter will come in as Chaka goes to the bench. Conde now at the line. First is good. Conde plays with such intensity. I'm not sure she has any other gears but top gear. Both are good. Conde now up to 8 points personal alongside 4 rebounds. Praha back up to a 15-point lead. Is that rally from Avenida over, or can they continue to push? Hattar, a little short two is good. Bernadette Hattar, a little short-range jumper. Hattar's first points of the game, unbelievably. Avenida back into the zone defense. Foul will be called on Carter as she relies on her hands instead of the footwork. Needs quicker feet to jump across and help on that drive. Hattar comes out after that score. Into the game comes Kone. Black now. Pulls up long two, it's good. Taya O'Black. Kone. Hands it back, Delear. Skipped. Corner, 3 ball. In and out this time. Avenida, more hustle here in the second half. Foul will be called on Valaro as she reaches in on Ayayi. Praha look to have weathered the storm somewhat. A 7-2 run. There's now a 4-2 split for Praha. Ayayi to extend that run further. Avenida in the penalty as well. Praha only 1 foul in this quarter. Avenida already have 5. Plenty of trips to the free throw line for Praha. They are nearly an 80% free throw shooting team, so they are not a team you want to keep sending to the charity stripe. Avenida back now out to a 17-point lead as the storm subsides here for them. Valaro, Delear, catch and shoot. Off right and a little heavy. Hill with the rebound. Baseline drive, Delear. Rebound by Kone will go up, and that's a tough shot. Ayayi now. Will have to slow it down. Good transition defense by Carter. Hoff has it batted away by Valaro. Rodriguez into the game. Out of the game comes Delia. Avenida back into the matchup defense again. A wily cut, a winding cut from Conde to get open for that. Shot goes up from Ayayi. Long rebound pulled in by Kone. Her third rebound of the game. Yet to hit a field goal though, Sika Kone. Stolen away, that one's telegraphed. Conde now out in transition, one-on-one against Valaro and gets the score. Two Spanish internationals going toe-to-toe, and this time Conde comes up on top of that battle, and in a blink of an eye, it's Praha back in full control of this game. It really is. Timeout called by Coach Vasquez as his team once again trail heavily as Praha have a 19-point lead here in Prague.
Dámy a pánové, domácí basketbalistka se v posledních minutách na palubovce dařilo, tak je pojďme podpořit i při timeoutu. Pojďme něco zkusit, něco, co nám v minulosti vždycky vyšlo. Já hlásím, vy odpovídáte. Jdeme na to. USK! 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 Žlutá! To je ono, žlutá! Žlutá! USK! USK! Díky moc!
Now will the Spanish team bounce back out of that Coach Vasquez timeout? They had a great start to this third quarter. A 5-point swing, but in the blink of an eye, Praha have wrestled control of this game fully back, and the home team slipped back into what seems to be the comfort zone for them. Valaro now using the Kone screen. Shot clock down to 5, inside to Gil. Oh, the pass is like a bullet. Not sure there's many players that would have held on to that one. Kone couldn't. Another turnover. Baseline ball for Praha. Foul's going to be called on Ayayi. Illegal screen. Double change here as Chaka and Horvat come in for Valaro and Gil. Avenida making changes. Carter now. Shot clock at 10. Erica Carter feeds Kone. That's a nice pass. That's an even nicer finish from Sika Kone. Her first field goal of the game. 1 from 5 from the field for her. Pass goes long to Ayayi. Villalova will come back to her. 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Hoff, little shot fake. Lovely ball movement by Praha. Don't get the payoff this time though. Chaka, hesitation. Oh, love the play. Olcay Chaka, little hesitation dribble at the top. Pulls the defense away from the bucket. Just glides in for an easy 2. Rachkova waiting to come back in as Avenida drop back into that 2-3 zone. Elbow jumper is good for Oblak. Good spacing by Praha, creating enough gaps between that zone defense that they can penetrate, cause disruption. Kone hands it off to Carter. Carter, step back 3 ball, high arcing. And a high rebound is eventually won by Ayayi. Conde will have to slow it down. Villalova trying to feed the low post. Hoff against Kone, kicks it out to Villalova though for 3. And that is exactly what Teresa Villalova can do. Hasn't had a great shooting season so far, just 22% from downtown, but she certainly has that long-range jumper in the locker. Chaka for three. Can she cancel it out? Yes, she can. What a game by Olcay Chaka. 11 points now for her, tying her season high all the way to game day one, where she had 11 points and 8 assists against Chukarova. That one's thrown out of bounds. Turnover by Praha. Rachkova will now come in. First chance she's had, first break in play we've had, to be fair. Out of the game will come Ayayi. Final minute of the third quarter. Chaka against O'Black. Kone sets the screen on the wing. Pass back is poor by Chaka, and they lose possession again. So many turnovers this evening for Avenida, but this time there's one for Praha. To the glass, Rodriguez will get the roll. And Avenida refused to go away. They refused to go quietly. Ups Praha's lead to 15. An 11-second differential between the shot clock and the third quarter clock. Rachkova, long two. Off right, Hoff with a big rebound. Bullies away back to the bucket for the two off the glass. Ameze Hoff up to 7 points now. Foul called. Or that call for that offensive foul, just barreling through Conde. Coach Hakova asking her team to run something in the final 3.7 seconds of this quarter. Key for Avenida, though, really is no foul. Make sure the pass is back towards her own basket, and then no foul. Conde drives hard. One-footed floating jumpers, no good. And a blistering third quarter of basketball here as these two really trade blows. A strong quarter from Avenida. Group B, and top by a long way as well. They've only got one loss. Their closest competitor has 4. That is a real difference in quality so far this season in Group B. They have looked nothing but business-like here this evening. Hoff to Villalova. Little skip pass there to O'Black. Vorachkova for 3. Good chase out defense by Kone. Rodriguez now will have to slow it down, or will she? Kone just drops and glides to the basket, gets the 2. Sika Kone up to 6 points now. Chaka goes to the floor, steals it away. Good work by the Turkish international. Carter now skips it. Chaka fakes the 3, will step back out as Villalova re-established. Iverson cut here by Rodriguez, drives the baseline, hands it off to Kone. Oh, Kone, back-to-back buckets for the big. And Avenida start the final quarter pretty much like they did the third quarter, in real resurgent spirit. A 4-0 run, and they drop back into their 2-3 zone. McBeggle's going to come into the game. Conde for the long 2. The iron spits it away. Chaka now with possession. Kone hands it off to Rodriguez. Shot clock at 10. Carter, little shake, little fake, drives the baseline. The defense gave up on her. I'm not sure she was aware. Steps out for 3. That's off right. Conde with another rebound, her 6th of the game. 4 away from the double-double. Not sure she'll make that in this one. Vorachkova for 3. That's short again. A poor offensive start to this final quarter from Praha. An average over 75 points a game. They were certainly on track for that heading into this final quarter. Avenida have put the brakes on it somewhat with their zone defense in this second half. Drive inside, Rodriguez off the glass. That's off the hands of Vorachkova and remain Avenida ball. If you were just to look at the start of this fourth quarter and without the scoreboard, decide who you thought had been controlling the majority of the game, you would certainly say it's the Spanish team. Coach Vasquez makes a change. Villaro comes in for Carter. McBegor comes in for Ayayi. Rodriguez can only put the air ball up though. Villalova now. I don't think it'll be long until we see O'Black back on the floor, and that's why McBegor is on the floor. Takes the body contact and still scores. McBegor up to 12 points now, alongside 8 rebounds. Villaro, a little sideways step to get some space, but Praha now swamped forward. The lime gliding down the floor. Foul's going to be called on Chaka. Ayayi draws the foul. Praha's lead sits at 15 as Alawa Hill comes in. Out of the game comes Horvat. Ayayi now comes up short. 12.6 rebounds and 2 assists so far for the French international. Splits the free throws, missing the first, hitting the second. Praha 93% from the free throw line this evening. Unbelievable. We've only actually seen 1 missed free throw from either team. That is really some phenomenal free throw shooting. Chaka pulled at that one a little. Loose ball falls kindly to McBegor. 9 rebounds for her now. 1 away from the double-double, but she has 12 points. Ayayi skips it to McBegor. Back to Conde. Oh, the defense opens up for a quick ball movement here. Villalova inside to Conde. Oh, patience and trusting teamwork there from Praha. Pays off as Conde moves up to 12 and Praha's lead is extended back out to 18. Kone, long 2. That's short and off right. 6 minutes left on the game clock now. Conde doesn't use the screen. Oh, that's a nice pass. McBegor can't quite hold on to it though, and that will be a turnover. Hatar back into the game. Remember, a win here this evening for Praha guarantees them that postseason playoff berth. They'll move to a 10-1 record, which means they will absolutely finish in the top 4. As for Avenida, a loss here this evening really leaves their chances hanging by a thread, even more so with other results potentially going against them around Europe. It won't see them completely knocked out just yet, but it will make it a big ask for them to try and fight through in the final 3 games of the regular season. As it stands at the moment, Polkovica beating Chukarova by a single point at the half. Sorry, at the end of 3. Whilst Long and Gjord at the bottom of the table are battling it out. Gjord has a 2-point lead at the half there. Stolen away, Vrachkova. Conde out of the races, an easy score, and Praha once again back in their full rhythm, flowing down the floor. Game high 20-point lead for Praha. Chaka, 3-ball open. Not going to turn that one down today. A season-high performance from Olcay Chaka. 14 points for her. Vrachkova inside to Ayayi. Comes back out. Violova for 3 is short. Valaro with the rebound. Long pass out to Hatar. Lovely little hesitation by the big. Gets easy score. 5-point swing, and that is what Avenida can do, particularly with the personnel changes they have. A bit of a conversation here with the officials and Coach Hakova. See what the call is. I think it's regarding Coach Vasquez's positioning. He is in his technical area, he's not stepped out of it. It's just whether he impeded Veronika Vrachkova from holding on to possession. The officials are discussing right now. 100% sure what the ruling would be, actually. It will remain Praha possession. Double change for Coach Vasquez. Chaka and Rodriguez head to the bench. Carter comes in, as does Delaire. Vrachkova now at the top. 4 minutes left on the game clock. Getting a bigger and bigger ask as the seconds tick by for Avenida. Hoff for 3, that's short. Long rebound falls to Till. 6th rebound of the game for her. Foul's going to be called. Technical foul, in fact, on Coach Vasquez. That is not a smart play by Coach Vasquez, and you can see the frustration from his team on the floor. They had possession of the ball and were moving it up the floor nicely, and a comment to the officials has cost them a free throw. Fortunately for Avenida, Ayayi with a very rare miss from the free throw line. Only the 2nd miss of the game for Praha from the free throw line. Carter uses the Hattar screen. Oh, nice pass inside. Hattar with the footwork. Bernadette Hattar. You do wonder how things may have been different if Avenida had had her services from the start of the season. You also do wonder if Mariela Fazula had not picked up that ACL injury. Where would Avenida be right now? It certainly would be a very different picture. Barachkova for 3. That's short. Long rebound falls to Hill. It's only going to be a 2 as the toes were over the line, but she'll drain the long 2. And Avenida continue to chip away, and they are back within 11 points. That is a worrying place for Coach Hakova. Over 3 minutes to play. And her 20-point lead has almost been halved in a matter of a couple of minutes by some diligent, dogged work from Avenida. Timeout. They've outscored Praha 13-7 here in the first 7, well, just shy of 7 minutes of this fourth quarter. Taya O'Black back on the floor, Villalova back to the bench. Barachkova skips it. O'Black for 3, and that is what she brings to the floor. Ice cold play from Taya O'Black. Settles any nerves the crowd may have been feeling. They can sit back, relax, and enjoy when O'Black is on the floor and in this form. 17 points now for O'Black. Her previous season high was just 10 against Lawn. That really does show. Hey, O'Black, 2024 ready to go for her. Conde now. Black really stepping up as Cazorla not taking part in today's game, and a 3 ball from Conde. A 6-point swing in the blink of an eye. Maria Conde up to 17 points, and Coach Vasquez, no choice, absolutely none, has to call the timeout, has to talk it over with his team. Praha crowd know that they're potentially 2 minutes away, or a little over 2 minutes away from locking in another postseason playoff spot in EuroLeague Women. They are a regular fixture, that is for sure. They lead by 17, 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. A win tonight mathematically guarantees they will be in the quarterfinals. Foul called. Black called for the foul, trying to fight her way over the screen. just about gets it in within the 5 seconds. Carter will draw another foul from Conde.
Faul hráčky číslo 10, Maria Conde, její druhý faul. Týmová chyba, ZVVZ USK Praha v této části hry.
Hill. Points difference will come into play as well, as this group really is unbelievably close. Going into today's game, we had 5 teams within a game of one another. That's how close this is. It's only really Praha that have streamed away. The next 5 teams are super close. Then you've got Lond with just 2 wins and Győr with just 1. But out of those 5 teams, only 3 of them are going to make it through to the playoffs. And they are fighting tooth and nail. A step back here for Avenida today. They'll go again next week against Lond on their home floor. That really is a must-win game. As for Praha, they'll be on their travels next Wednesday in France against Villeneuve d'Ascq. Hoff now in the low post, bullying away to the basket, goes to the right-hand hook. A nice little bit of work defensively by Kone there to force her away. Chaka kicks it out. Carter for 3. Hits the 3. Erica Carter not had the night she'll have wanted, but that jumper takes her up to 7. She'll play her part in the next few weeks of this competition, that's for sure. Skip pass intercepted, but can only be knocked out of bounds. Sideline ball for Praha. 47 seconds remaining in this one, and Praha have weathered several storms. Avenida, you have to give them credit. They battled hard. They fought all the way to the very end in this game, and they still fight right now. Chaka with the steal. Drives down Main Street, hands it off to Kone. Doesn't get the score. Sika Kone certainly not had the game we were expecting. Just 8 points, 4 rebounds for her. Final 30 seconds now of this game, and Praha will move to a 10-1 record. Avenida will slip to a 5-6 record. Avenida will remain 6th in the group as Hoff gets the score to extend that Praha lead further. Hill can't hold on to it. Another turnover for Praha. For Avenida. That is 20 turnovers in today's game. That's a big number. The crowd getting on their feet to show their appreciation. As Teo Black will now run out the clock. A big win here in Prague for the home team. All smiles for the ladies in line. Whilst Avenida back to the drawing board. Plenty of